It's Monday, May 6, 2002. This is The Shield. Baseball is back. The pursuit is underway. Weekly team power rankings. The number one team in the Shield, the Washington Commanders. The number two team, the Indianapolis Colts. Number three, the Houston Texans. Carolina Panthers at number 4, San Diego Chargers at number 5, Green Bay Packers at number 6, Jacksonville Jaguars at number 7, Miami Dolphins at number 8, and Minnesota Vikings at number 9. Here are your wins above replacement leaders for the American Conference batting. Jeremy Dotson of the Houston Texans, Danny Benticore of the Cleveland Browns, Angel Cruz of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The pitching war leaders in the American Conference, Ernesto Roman of the San Diego Chargers, Joe Shea of the Cincinnati Bengals, and C.J. Clark of the Kansas City Chiefs. The National Baseball Conference wins above replacement leaders for batting. Ramon Leverton of the Dallas Cowboys, Jacob Schaefer of the San Francisco 49ers, Justin Morris of the St. Louis Rams. The pitching war leaders in the American Conference for the Philadelphia Eagles, Teo Lavareda, Luis Serrano of the Arizona Cardinals, and Eric Crouch of the St. Louis Rams. Now it's time for the Super Sim for Simming Week 6, 7, and 8. Here are the results for Monday, May 6, 2002. It's Week 6. Here's where we stand. The Baltimore Ravens lead the Cleveland Browns by 3 games in the ABC North. The Browns have won their second game. In the American East, the Miami Dolphins have lost 5 in a row. They've lost 6 of 10. They still lead the Buffalo Bills by 2 games. In the ABC South, the Texans have won again, but they've lost 6 of 10. They lead the Jaguars by 1 game. The Jaguars have won 6 of 10 and won their last contest. The Chargers were swept by the Oakland Raiders, and they've lost 4 straight. But they've still won 6 of their last 10 and lead Denver by 3 games. In the National Conference, the Green Bay Packers have won their 3rd in a row, and they've won 7 of 10. They lead the Vikings by 2 games, who lost their last contest. In the NBC East, the Commanders lost their last game, but they've won 6 of 10. And they lead the Cowboys by 4 games, who won their last contest. In the NBC South, the Panthers lost their last game, and they're 500 in their last 10. They still lead the Saints by 2 games. The Saints have lost 3 straight. In the NBC West, the 49ers have won 3 in a row, and are in a first-place tie with the St. Louis Rams, who won their last game. Here are the results for Tuesday, May 7, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won 4 in a row and are 500 in their last 10. They have won 11 games on the season. The New York Jets have lost 4 straight and 7 of their last 10. They are in last place in the ABC East. The Houston Texans have won 3 in a row. They lead the Jacksonville Jaguars by 2 games, who lost their last contest. In the National Conference, the Green Bay Packers have won 4 straight and 7 of their last 10. They lead the Vikings by 3 games. The Commanders have lost 2 in a row. The Eagles have won 2 in a row to pull into a second-place tie. All 3 teams in the NBC East trail the Commanders by 4 games. In the South, the Panthers lead the Saints by 2 games, each winning their last contest. The Rams have won again and lead the Cardinals and 49ers by a game. Here are the results for Wednesday, May 8th, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Texans have won 4 straight. They lead the Jaguars by 2 games. The Broncos have won 4 in a row and 6 of their last 10. They trail the Chargers by 2 games. The Chargers lost their last contest. The Packers in the National Conference North have won 5 in a row and 8 of their last 10. They lead Minnesota by 4 games. The Vikings have lost 3 straight. The Giants have won 4 in a row and now trail the Commanders by 4 games. The Commanders won their last contest. The Panthers lose. They still lead the Saints by 1 game. The Saints won again. The 49ers and Rams are tied at 18 and 18, leading the NBC West. Here are the results of Thursday, May 9th, 2002. Here is where we stand. In the ABC North, the Ravens lose, the Browns lose again, and the Bengals have lost 3 straight. The Ravens still lead the Browns by 4 games. In the ABC East, the Dolphins win again, and they are now 500 in their last 10. They lead the Bills by 4 games. The Bills have lost again. The Texans have won 4 straight, and they lead the Jaguars and Colts by 2 games. The Chargers lose. They are 500 in their last 10. The Broncos are surging. They've won 4 straight and trail the Chargers by 2 games. In the National North, the Packers, still winners of 5 in a row, lead the Vikings by 4 games. Here are the results of Friday, May 10th, 2002. Here's where we stand. Texans have won 5 in a row and now lead the Jaguars and Colts by 3 games, as they each have lost their last contest. Broncos win again. They've won 5 straight and only trail the Chargers by a game as they lose again. In the National Conference, the Packers have won 6 straight and 8 of their last 10. They lead the Vikings, Lions, and Bears by 5 games. In the NBC East, the Commanders win again. The Giants are on a 5-game heater, and the Eagles win. Commanders lead the Giants by 4 games. The Panthers have lost again. The Saints unable to gain ground as they have lost also. They trail the Panthers in the NBC South by 1 game. 49ers and Rams both lose. they're still tied atop the NBC West. Here are the results of Saturday, May 11th, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Ravens win again. The Browns have lost 4 straight and now trail by 6 games. The Bengals have won 2 in a row and are 500 in their last 10 and have drawn even with the Browns for second place in the ABC North. The Dolphins have won 4 straight and are 500 in their last 10. They still lead the Bills by 4 games. Texans have won 6 straight, 6 of their last 10. They lead the Jacksonville Jaguars and Colts by 4 games. Each of them have lost 2 straight. Chargers have lost 3 in a row, and the Broncos have won 6 straight, and they have drawn even with the Chargers to lead the ABC West. In the National Conference, the Packers' win streak is over. The Bears have won again and now trail by 4 games in the NBC North. In the NBC East, the Commanders have won 3 straight. The Eagles have won 2 in a row and trail by 5 games. The Giants' win streak is over. They also trail by 5. In the NBC South, the Panthers have lost their 3rd straight. They've lost 6 of their last 10, and now the Saints have drawn even, winning their last contest. The NBC West, both the 49ers and Rams win, and they still tied atop the NBC West. And now we wrap up Week 6 with the results of Sunday, May 12th, 2002. And here's where we stand. The Ravens are winners of 3 in a row. Cleveland won their contest and trail by 6 games. In the ABC East, the Dolphins lose. The Bills and Patriots have won 3 in a row. The Bills trailed the Dolphins by 3 games. In the ABC South, the Texans have lost. The Jaguars have lost 3 in a row. So have the Colts. The Texans lead the Jags and Colts by 4 games. In the ABC West, the Chargers finally win a game. They've lost 7 of their last 10. The Broncos lose, and now they trail by a game, but they've won 7 of their last 10. The Packers get back on the right track by winning. They've won 8 of 10. The Bears have won 3 straight and now are 500 in their last 10 and trail by 4 games. In the NBC East, the Commanders lose. The Eagles have won 3 in a row and 6 of their last 10. They trailed Washington by 4 games. In the NBC South, the Panthers have lost their 4th straight. They remain tied with the New Orleans Saints, who lost their last contest. In the West, both the 49ers and Rams win again and remain tied atop the NBC West. Now it's time to sim Week 7. Here are the results for Monday, May 13th, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Browns win their 2nd in a row. They trail Baltimore by 5 games. Dolphins lose again. The Bills lose. They trail the Dolphins by 3 games. The Texans win. They've won 7 of their last 10 and lead Jacksonville by 4. The Chargers lose. The Broncos win. They are now tied atop the ABC West at 22 and 18. In the NBC North, Packers lose. The Lions win a second contest and are now at 500 at 20-20, trailing the Packers by 4 games. In the NBC East, the Commanders lose again, and the Eagles have won 4 in a row and now trail them by 3 games. In the NBC South, the Panthers finally get a win. The Saints also win, and they remain tied atop the NBC South. The 49ers and Rams have both won 3 straight and lead the NBC West. Here are the results of Tuesday, May 14, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Ravens lose again. Still lead the Browns by 4. The Dolphins lose their 3rd straight. They lead the Bills by 2, who won their contest. Texans lose. Jaguars and Colts both win and now trail by 3 games. In the ABC West, the Broncos win again and have sole possession of first place in the ABC West as the Chargers lose again. In the National North, Packers win, Bears win. Bears trail by 4 games. In the East, the Commanders win, Eagles lose, their winning streak is snapped. They trail the Commanders by 4 games. Panthers and Saints both lose. They still lead the South together. The 49ers have won 4 in a row, and the Rams have lost their first game in 4 tries. They now trail the 49ers by a game in the NBC West. Here's the results of Wednesday, May 15, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Ravens have lost their 3rd straight. The Browns have also lost. They trail by 4 games. Dolphins win. Bills win their 2nd straight and now trail by 2 games behind the Dolphins. Texans have lost again. Jaguars have won 3 in a row and trail only by 2 games. Chargers win. Broncos lose. They are now in a first-place tie in the ABC West. Packers and Bears both win again. Bears trail by 4 games. Commanders and Eagles both lose. In the NBC East, Panthers and Saints both win in the South, and they continue to lead together in the South. The 49ers have won 5 in a row. The Rams get back on track, but they trail by a game. Here are the results for Thursday, May 16, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Ravens snapped their losing streak. The Bengals have won 4 in a row and trail the Ravens by 4 games. Dolphins win again. Buffalo has won 3 in a row, and they trail Miami by 2 games. In the South, the Texans win. The Jaguars win their 4th straight and trail by 2 games. Both the Chargers and Broncos lose in the ABC West, the Broncos losing their 2nd in a row. They remain tied atop the West. In the National North, the Packers and Bears have both won 3 straight. In the East, the Commanders have lost again. The Eagles have won. They are 3 games behind Washington. Both the Panthers and Saints lose. They remain tied atop the NBC South. The Rams win their 2nd straight, and the 49ers' win streak is snapped. They are atop the NBC West at 23-20. Here are the results for Friday, May 17, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Bengals have won 5 in a row, but the Ravens have won again. They keep their 4-game cushion in the ABC North. The Bills have won 4 in a row while the Dolphins have lost. The Bills have narrowed the deficit to 1 game in the ABC East. Both the Texans and Jaguars lose. The Jaguars and Colts remain 2 games behind Houston. In the ABC West, the Chargers and Broncos Let's see. The Chargers win. The Broncos have lost 3 straight and now trail by a game. In the NBC North, Packers, Bears, Vikings, and Lions all lose, so the Packers remain 4 games ahead of the Bears. Washington wins. Eagles lose. They're now 4 games back of Washington. In the NBC South, both the Panthers and Saints win. They remain tied. In the NBC West, 49ers win. The Rams lose. They fall back a game. Here are the results for Saturday, May 18, 2002. Here's where we stand. Ravens and Bengals both lose. Dolphins win a game. Bills lose. They now trail the Miami by 2 games. Colts win their 3rd straight. Texans lose their 2nd. The Colts now trail Texans by a game. San Diego loses. Denver has lost their 4th in a row. They still trail San Diego by a game. In the NBC North, the Bears have lost again. They now trail the Packers by 5 games. Both the Commanders and Eagles lose. The lead remains 4 games. Panthers and Saints both lose in the NBC South. They are still tied, leading the Buccaneers by 5. In the West, Rams win. 49ers lose. They remain tied, the NBC West. Here's the results for Sunday, May 19th, 2002, as we wrap up Week 7. Here's where we stand. Colts have won 4 in a row. The Texans have lost 3 in a row. And now they're both tied atop the ABC South, but the Jaguars are a game back. The Chargers have lost their 2nd. The Broncos have lost their 5th straight, but they still remain a single game behind San Diego. Now we will sim Week 8. Beginning with Monday, May 20th, 2002. Here are the results. Here's where we stand. The Cleveland Browns have won their 3rd in a row. They trail the Baltimore Ravens by 4 games. The Indianapolis Colts have won 5 in a row and have achieved a tie with the Houston Texans for first place in the ABC South. The San Diego Chargers have lost their 3rd straight. They've lost 7 of their last 10. The Broncos, who was on a losing streak, finally get a victory. They have lost 6 of their last 10. The Chargers and Broncos are tied atop the ABC West. In the National North, the Packers win. The Bears win again, and the Vikings have won 3 straight. The Packers lead the Bears by 4 games. The Commanders in the NBC East have lost their 3rd in a row. The Eagles have won their 2nd and trail the Commanders by 2 games. Saints have lost 3 straight and trail the Panthers by a game in the South. The Rams win. The 49ers lose their 3rd in a row. The Rams lead the 49ers and Cardinals, who've won 4 straight, by a single game. Here are the results for Tuesday, May 21st, 2002. Here's where we stand. The Ravens have lost their 2nd straight. The Bengals have won 2 in a row and now trail the Ravens by 3 games. The Dolphins win their 2nd. They're 500 in the last 10. The Bills won. They have won 7 of their last 10 and trail the Dolphins by 2. The Texans have won again. The Colts have won 6 straight in 8 of their last 10. They remain tied atop the ABC South. The San Diego Chargers has lost their 4th straight. The Broncos lose. They remain tied atop the ABC West. Packers win their second straight in the North of the National Conference. The Bears win their third straight. The Vikings win their fourth straight. Packers lead the Bears by 4 games. Commanders win. Eagles win their third in a row. The Giants have won 5 straight and now trail the Commanders by 3 games. The Eagles trail by 2. In the South, Panthers, Saints have lost again. Saints have lost 4 straight. They trail the Panthers by a game. Rams and 49ers also on losing skids. 49ers trail the Rams by a game. Here are the results for Wednesday, May 22nd, 2002. Here's where we stand. Colts on a 6-game winning streak. The Texans win again to remain tied atop the ABC South. The Chargers have lost 4 in a row. The Broncos lose. They remain tied atop the ABC West at 500 at 24-24. The NBC North, they remain hot. The Commanders lead the Eagles by 2 games. They both are winning. Here are the results for Thursday, May 23rd, 2002. Here's where we stand. Ravens have lost their 3rd straight. Browns win. They now trail by 3 games. The Dolphins lead the Bills by a game. The Bills have won their 2nd straight. The Colts have won 7 in a row and have taken over sole possession of the ABC South. They lead Houston by a game, who lost their last contest. The Chargers have lost 5 in a row. The Broncos have lost 2 straight. They remain tied atop the ABC West, under 500 at 24-25. The Packers lose. The Bears remain hot. They've won 4 straight. The Vikings have won 5 in a row. The Bears trail the Packers by 3. The Commanders win again. The Eagles have won 4 in a row. They trail Washington by 2 games in the East of the National Conference. The Saints have lost 5 in a row, but the Panthers have lost 3 in a row. Saints trail the Panthers by a game. Both the Rams and 49ers win. Rams lead the 49ers by a game. Here are the results of Friday, May 24th, 2002, in the Shield. Here's where we stand. Ravens and Bengals both win. Ravens keep a 3-game lead in the ABC North. Dolphins lose a 2nd game. Bills have won 3 in a row and have achieved a tie in the ABC East. They're 29-21. The Colts' win streak is snapped, but they've won 8 of their last 10 and lead the Texans by a game in the ABC South. The Denver Broncos win a game as the Chargers continue to slide. They've lost 6 in a row, 8 of their last 10, and they trail Denver by a game in the ABC West. Denver is 500 at 25-25. In the National Conference, Bears have won 5 straight and trail the Packers by 3 games. Commanders and Eagles both lose. Commanders lead the Eagles by 2 games. The Saints have lost 6 straight. They trail the Panthers by 2 games. Rams won again. They lead San Francisco by 2. Here are the results for Saturday, May 25th, 2002. Here's where we stand. Ravens and Bengals have both won again. Ravens lead the Bengals by 3 games. Dolphins have lost their 3rd straight. But the Bills cannot take advantage as they also lose. They sit atop the ABC East tied. Colts lose again, but they still lead the Jaguars and Texans by a game. The Jaguars have won 3 in a row. San Diego finally gets on the winning track. They've lost 7 of their last 10, but they're tied atop the ABC West, 1 game under 500, as the Broncos lose. The Bears have won 6 straight. The Packers win again to keep their 3-game cushion in the NBC North. Commanders and Eagles both win. The Eagles trail the Commanders by 2 games. The Panthers lose. The Saints win. They trail by a game in the NBC South. Both the Rams and 49ers lose. The 49ers trail by 2 games. All right. Let's wrap up Week 8. Here are the results of Sunday, May 26, 2002. And here's where we stand. In the ABC North, the Baltimore Ravens lose. The Cincinnati Bengals lose. The Browns have lost 3 straight. And they've lost 6 of their last 10. The Bengals trail the Ravens by 3 games. Dolphins and Bills both win, and they're tied atop the ABC East, 8 games above 500 at 30 and 22. The Patriots have won 4 in a row, and they trail by 3 games. The Jets have won 5 straight, but they're in the cellar, trailing by 9 games. Texans win. Colts lose their 3rd straight, but they're still tied atop the ABC South. The Jaguars lose their last contest, and they're a game behind. Tennessee at 500, 26 and 26 are 5 games off the pace. In the ABC West, the San Diego Chargers win again. The Broncos lose again, and they now trail the Chargers by a game. The Raiders win. Chiefs lose. They're 8 games under 500, both 4 games behind the front-running Chargers. In the NBC, in the North, the Bears have won their 7th straight and 8 of their last 10. The Packers have won 3 straight to keep their pace. They lead the Bears by 3 games. Vikings have lost 3 in a row. They trail by 7. The Lions won their last contest. They're 4 games under 500 and trail by 9. In the NBC East, the Commanders lose their last contest. Eagles win again. Giants win. And the Cowboys lose their last contest. The Commanders have lost 6 of their last 10, but they still remain atop the NBC East. They lead the Eagles by a game. The Giants by 4. The Cowboys by 5. In the NBC South, the Panthers have lost again. The Saints have lost also. Panthers have lost 7 of their last 10. The Saints 8 of their last 10. The Panthers are 500 at 26 and 26, and they lead the Saints by a game. The Falcons by 3. Falcons have won 3 straight, and they lead the Buccaneers by 3. They lost their last contest. In the NBC West, the Rams lose again. 49ers win. Arizona wins. Very tight race. The teams are very close to 500. The Rams lead the 49ers and Cardinals by 1 game. They lead the Seahawks by 6 games. They're 10 games under 500 at 21 and 31. They've lost 2 in a row. Well, here's where we stand, May 27th, 2002. Next, we will introduce Week 9. It's Monday, featuring the Sim Through Saturday and the Showcase Sunday. This is the Sim Baseball Vision.